Imagine a critically sick person being thrown out of a hospital and left to die on the streets just because he was too poor to pay the doctor's fee. Imagine a bridge in town collapses, taking away the lives of hundreds just because of the greed and corruption of the engineers who built it. Youth leader of the day, fellow youth leaders and Toastmasters. One does not have to stretch his imagination to visualize these situations, for they have taken place not in the prehistoric or Middle Ages, but in today's modern world, a world dominated by the most brilliant minds that could send a man to the moon, a rocket to the stars, a place filled with the finest institutions of learning. Yet, open any newspaper, switch on any television channel in any part of the world, and all that one will find is news of destruction and corruption, chaos and scandals, and other alarming news. This leads to one wonder. Why is there such a contradiction in the huge knowledge that man possesses and his actions? The answer to this would probably be the way modern man measures success. A well-paid job, an expensive car, a luxurious home, a strong bank balance, all extremely visible and tangible assets that raises a person's living standards, power and influence, as also the status in society. In his quest to accumulate more and more of such highly visible and tangible assets, man often goes to any extent, cutting down many corners, and fails to see the destructive and negative consequences of his actions. In the process, it is often forgotten that the greatest treasures in life are intangible and therefore immeasurable. For instance, one can borrow a cup of sugar, but not a cup of love. One can buy 4 kilograms of meat, but not 4 kilograms of honesty. One can rent 1,000 square feet apartment, but not 1,000 square feet of wisdom. Sadly, the value of goodness and virtue are neither tangible nor measurable, and therefore there are not many who seek it. As Oscar Wilde once said, nowadays people know the price of everything and the value of nothing. It is true that money and possessions have value, but their value is in what they add to life, and what they add is salt and pepper. The meat of life consists of the intangibles, friendships, relationships, love, kindness, creativity, civility, and spirituality, to name a few. And they are what gives us a direction and a purpose. In this connection, I am reminded of an old children's tale my father once told me. A boy was once flying a kite. As the kite flew higher and higher, it was enchanted at the amazing sights that it saw and was filled with happiness and excitement. The kite kept flying still higher, but its journey to the top was safe and secure, for there was a little boy's hand, strong and sturdy, that controlled its every movement's breath. Then the kite saw an eagle that could fly higher than it could and could see more than it could. And the kite was astonished. "Look at me," said the eagle. "I can fly higher than you, see more things than you. Would you not like to be like me?" And the kite replied, "Yes, I would like to be like you." "Then let me cut the bonds that bind you," said the eagle. And the eagle ripped at the thread that bound the kite, and it came tumbling down to earth, crushing it to many pieces. Man can most certainly strive to go to any height can truly be glorious and satisfying to him and society when he chooses to blind himself to those immeasurable values of goodness and virtue, those values that alone can add true worth to all our educational degrees and make this world a better place to live. In our quest to develop our values, let us begin by valuing our own individual self. Get to know and cherish ourselves. Become familiar with our strengths and weaknesses. Our strengths help others, and our weakness to improve ourselves. When we center our life on value, we become valuable. The value of life is then not determined by its length, but how we put it to use. As Albert Einstein once said, try not to become a man of success, but a man of value. Dear friends, let us make it a point to reconsider our values and cultivate those that are so very essentially needed. And there is no time to lose, for the world is counting on us.